I don't know what's wrong with people. What's the problem with a little bit of extra weight? It's not like I'm gonna die or anything. Yeah, except you might. Today, it has become normal to see overweight people. In fact, it is considered a sign of being well off. So is it something to worry about? Should you be concerned with your little bit of extra weight? Stay tuned as we'll discuss all of this and much more. Welcome to our channel. Welcome to Wellness, your one-way ticket to a healthy and happy life. Please like this video and subscribe to our channel as we bring you amazing health tips regularly. Also, press the bell icon as well so you never miss another video. Now back to the video. Let's first discuss what obesity is. For that, we will need to look at the BMI chart. It's a chart with different values that correspond to different heights and weights. To get your BMI, you'll need to divide your weight in kilograms by the square of your height in meters. If the value is over 30, then according to the BMI chart, you are obese, meaning that things have escalated beyond a little bit of extra weight. Causes of obesity. There are several reasons due to which people become obese. Some of them are in our control, and some, well, you can't really do much about. The trick is to focus on the things that we can control. Bad habits. This is one of the leading reasons that cause obesity. Most people become obese by choice: eating processed foods, not exercising enough, overeating, smoking, drinking are all the bad choices that we make that lead to obesity. Environmental effects. A person whose peers are all exercising is more likely to exercise. If roads have a separate safe lane for bikes, then people are more likely to bike to schools and offices. Similarly, a community park in every block will lead to more people exercising. So the environment does affect our health and our habits. How scary it might be, but you can change your environment. Genetics. Here comes the excuse that every obese person makes. I was born that way. Unfortunately, studies show that children of obese parents are more likely to be obese. That has also got to do with the environment of the house, which promotes unhealthy habits. But you must also have that annoying person in your friend circle who eats like a cow but doesn't show it. Man, I wish I was like that. If I was to eat like that, I would be in a wheelchair within a month. These people are clear proof that genes do in fact contribute to obesity. Medications and ailments. Some diseases too can make you gain weight. Cushing's disease and polycystic ovary syndrome are two examples of such diseases. Some drugs can cause inflammation, including steroids and antidepressants. So you have just found that you are obese. If you are anything like me, you'll be like, big deal. There is other more important stuff that I need to worry about. I hate to break it to you, but this should be your number one priority right now, if you want to live a little longer. We have compiled here 7 scary facts about obesity that will make you rethink your life choices. Number 1. Obesity causes early death. Obese people are at risk of some of the scariest diseases out there. To name a few: hypertension, type 2 diabetes, heart disease, clinical depression, and even cancer are all linked with obesity. That should give you a scare. No one indeed dies because of obesity, and it has never been mentioned as a cause of death. But the body of obese people cannot sustain that much extra weight, and so all of these diseases tag along. That's why the patients of these scary diseases are advised first to lose some weight so that their body starts to function normally. Number 2. They want you to remain obese. Whenever I go to the supermarket to buy groceries, I end up buying a lot more than I intended. Has that ever happened to you? I'm sure it must have, and is not a coincidence. Companies pay hefty amounts for their products to be displayed on the most accessible and visible shelves. These big businesses even pay researchers heavy sums to publish biased material. A whole industry thrives as you buy their junk. They want you hooked on their products. That explains the unusually large amounts of sugar in processed food. That is the next scary fact in the video. We hope that you have enjoyed the video up until now. Before we dive into how sugar is also a culprit behind this epidemic of obesity, please like this video to support your channel. And don't forget to subscribe, as we bring to you amazing health-related content regularly. Now back to the video. Number 3. Sugar is the drug of the 21st century. Do you think that it's just a coincidence that large amounts of sugar are present in all processed foods and beverages? The processed sugar or added sugar present in the store items is a direct cause of obesity. This excess sugar cannot be used by our bodies, and so, guess what it turns into? That flabby fat around your gut. That's what it has turned into. If it is this bad, then why do they keep adding it to different foods? Studies have revealed that when we eat sweet things, the same dopamine is released that is released when we take drugs. No wonder we can't stop eating this garbage. To put this amount of sugar that these products have into perspective, a 330 milliliter can of Coke has around 36 grams of sugar. That's 9 teaspoons of sugar. You cannot burn that off even if you exercised for the whole day. Number 4. Obesity and hormones. There is a hormone called leptin that is released by the fat in our body. This hormone signals the brain when to stop eating. Another hormone called insulin converts blood sugar into fat. More insulin means more sugar is converted into fat. A diabetic person doesn't produce enough insulin, so he injects insulin into his body. That blood sugar is then converted into fat and the blood sugar level normalizes. I hope you are understanding the process here. To put it simply, more insulin means more fat. Since diabetics are often injected with more insulin than they need, that explains the big guts of people with diabetes. But what about normal people without diabetes? Processed foods and fast foods actually make your body produce more insulin than you need. What about leptin then? That's where excess insulin plays its sinister role. It blocks leptin from communicating with our brains, so we don't know when to stop. Number 5. Our children are also not safe. Children shouldn't have to atone for the crimes of their parents, except that, in the case of obesity, they do. Over the years, birth weights are continuously increasing, and so is child obesity. According to a survey, 1 in 6 children in the United States is obese. People who want to advocate for the fast food industry usually debate around this child obesity. How can diet affect a breastfed child? This child obesity can only be explained by the programming that took place in the wombs. Bad eating habits of the mother can lead to the child with excess levels of insulin, which will cause obesity. The stuff that mothers consume during pregnancy has some serious implications for the child, so it is important to educate the mothers to eat healthy, whole foods instead of relying on processed foods. Number 6. Screens and obesity. A classical 21st century setting. You get back from work, all tired and ready to get rid of all that stress. You open Netflix and click on your favorite show. But wait, where are the snacks? You can't watch Netflix without snacks? So you open your drawer and pull anything that you can find edible. Now it's perfect. You start watching the show and open a Doritos bag. Munch. You click on the next episode. Munch. It goes on and on until midnight and you realize that you'll be late for the office in the morning. So you unwillingly close Netflix and try to go to sleep. Except you feel really hungry now. But what about all the snacks that you had during your binging? It turns out that when we look at screens as we eat, our brains are not keeping count of our food, so it doesn't know how much we had. That explains why, with all the empty wrappers lying around, we still feel like we didn't have enough. Number 7. Obesity is expensive. This should be scarier to the American government rather than the general people. Brace yourself for some staggering figures, people. According to the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, obesity costs America $147 billion annually. To put that amount into perspective, it costs around $6 to $9 billion to make an 1,100 megawatt nuclear power plant. You can do the math. We can build 16 to 24 of these power plants. We hope that we have scared you enough with these facts. Now let's jump to some of the ways you can prevent yourself and your children from obesity. Parents, take note. Get rid of sugary drinks in the house. That includes fruit juices too. The fructose that fruit juice has is converted directly into fat. You could maybe have a fruit or two, but fruit juices are a big no. Fast food is the slow poison for you and your children. Cook your meals yourself and don't seek an easy way out. Reduce your screen time. Replace it with some sort of physical activity. Wait 15 to 20 minutes before having a second serving. It takes food that much time to reach the end of the intestine, where it signals the brain to make you feel satiated. Putting the weight on is easy these days, but getting rid of it is extremely difficult. So before it gets out of hand, try to practice restraint and be extra conscious about what you consume. The tips and tricks that we mentioned in this video should help. We hope that you benefited from this video. If you did, please hit the like button and share this video with your friends and family so that they too can save themselves from this epidemic. Want to see more videos like this one? Please subscribe to our channel, Welcome to Wellness, and press that bell icon as well so you never miss another video. We'll see you in another healthy video. Until then, take care.